breaking down the open workouts of Jake Paul and Anthony Joshua. 30 to 36, 76-inch reach versus 82, 6'1 to 6'6. My goodness, that is huge. Anthony Joshua moves great combinations. The only time I've seen him get in trouble is when somebody hits him with a crazy ass punch. But like when I watch him move and box and how he moves and so technical, like it inspires me to want to get into boxing and try it so bad. Look at his chain. He look at that Netflix money must be good. Nah, I don't want to hear nothing about him saying his neck was tired like Deontay Wilder when he wore that big ass Transformer outfit. And here's one thing we should bring up too, is that Anthony Joshua has always had a hard time with smaller boxers who move a lot more. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. We got another breakdown for you. We're gonna be breaking down the open workouts of Jake Paul and Anthony Joshua, also Anderson Silva and Tyron Woodley. You know, Jake Paul's taking on Anthony Joshua, free on Netflix this Friday. And I know you guys have been seeing me on the headlines that I believe Jake Paul can beat Anthony Joshua. And yes, I said it and I'm going to stand by it because I've seen Anthony Joshua get in trouble by smaller guys who are active with moving their feet and just throwing crazy punches. So guys, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you like, subscribe, also hit the bell to go live, and let's get into the breakdown. All right, let me get into this bad boy right now. Let's take a look at, you know, how these guys are looking before they square off tonight. Well, not tonight, Friday night. 30 to 36, 76-inch reach versus 82, 6'1 to 6'6. My goodness, that is huge difference between these two right here. All right, here's AJ. Now I'm making some headlines. God, boxing just seems so much, just seems fun. All right, now this, see, I like AJ. I think he's an amazing athlete. I always say this, like, when I look at a heavyweight, this is how they should be built. They should be fucking, obviously massive, shredded, have abs, big biceps, big traps. Like if I was 6'2", 6'8", that, boy, that's how you boy would look right now. Like that is what a heavyweight should look like. And here's the thing, Anthony Joshua moves great combinations. The only time I've seen him get in trouble is when somebody hits him with a crazy ass punch. Ruiz, Dubois hit him with a weird shot when he was trying to go for the kill. I mean, obviously he was able to knock out Francis, but I felt Francis played more of a boxing game, where I feel Jake Paul will play a boxing game, but he's young and he's gonna move weird. I just see something happening. That's what I feel. But like when I watch him move and box and how he moves and so technical, like it inspires me to want to get into boxing and try it so bad. Good movement, looking good. All right, I want to see some pad hold. I want to see some. Let me see this man hit pads. There we go. Good movement. Nice. So he's going to 1-2 angle 2. 1-2 1 2. Nice. 1-2 angle 3-2. Bop. Now, if you guys haven't watched boxing, you always want to circle away from the power. If you circle towards the power, you want to go super wide. But when you want to go away from the power, when you go away from the power, you can circle tight. When you circle into the power, you want to circle super wide. That way, if you bait them to throw a right hand or a strong punch, you're able to capitalize over them overextending. So that's why you always see the guys go 1-2 angle 2 or 1-2 circle right 2 because you go close. But if you want to go left, you always want to go 1-2 super wide and don't have to worry about it. Well, you can bait something. Look at this. Look at this chain. He look at that. That Netflix money must be good. Now, I don't want to hear nothing about him saying his neck was tired like Deontay Wilder when he wore that big ass Transformer outfit. All right, let's get to Jake Paul now. Let's get to Jake Paul, his opponent. 12-1, 7 KOs, 28 years old, 6'1", 76-inch reach, flying out of Cleveland, Ohio. Guys, I'm just going to tell you, I think he can do it. I think he can do it. I think he can do it. Okay, let's... Damn, dog. Okay, we get it. You don't love the Celsius thing. You're getting that sponsorship money. Okay, I don't want to see him down. Let's get to the work. Come on now. What? Did he even hit pads? Did he even hit pads? Did he just dance? Okay, here we go. I'm like, what the fuck? All right, here we go. Sorry, chat. He started dancing. I don't want to see white man. I just want to get me to watch some boxing. If I want to see white man dance, I'll look up George Michaels. And here's one thing we should bring up too, is that Anthony Joshua has always had a hard time with smaller boxers who move a lot more, right? Like when he fought Usyk moved so much. He moved so much, kept on turning Anthony Joshua. If you take anything from what you see Anthony Joshua had a hard time with, is by just moving constantly, it can give him a hard time. 1-1-2 to the body. All right, once again, I always say, guys, you roll right. Always move to the right, away from the power. Nice uppercut. God damn it. I'm so upset that he fought Mike Tyson and beat. Oh, I'll never forget. My brother goes, why he got to do that to Mike Tyson? Why he got to do that to Mike Tyson? Okay, I guess that's the... You know, you don't really see a lot from Jake. I think the person who did the most, like, showing footwork and movement was probably Anthony Joshua and Anderson Silva. We just get in there, pop, 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 pop. There's only when he showed anything, but what's up, guys? This video is sponsored by PrizePicks. Now, PrizePicks is a daily fantasy sports game played directly from your phone or your computer. Very simple. If you're on your phone, download PrizePicks. If you do that, use my promo code MIGHTY. Brand new for new users. You play $5, you get $50 instantly in your lineup. And let me tell you guys right now, PrizePicks has everything under the sun. They have NFL, NBA, NHL, baseball, CSGO, Valorant, you name it, they got it. And right now, this Friday, Netflix, Anthony Joshua taking on Jake Paul. And I'm gonna show you guys what we're working on. This is what I'm kind of like right now. Okay, so they got the free square for Anthony Joshua. All he's got to do is land one punch. He's gonna be able to land that super easy. So you're gonna get that bad boy. When you pick this, you'll get that one. And then right now, I'm not gonna lie you guys, 24.5 punches landed between an 8-round fight. If he doesn't land that, you know, come on now. Like I like more. You know, do I think round 1 total punches landed? This was not bad. If he can't land 6.5 punches, you know, it depends how they're gonna go about it. Is it gonna go pop, pop, pop? You know, pop, 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 pop. Like, I feel this is an easy one to land. I think that is too. 7.5 punches. I honestly, guys, I like more in all this. More. 8.5 punches landed. Round 1 total punches landed. 8.5. I just like. Oh, fight time. Excuse me. So fight time. So I won't even touch this one. Round 1 total punches landed. I like this. 6.5 punches landed. I like this. 6.5 punches landed. 25 and 29, 30 punches landed. I like this too, boys. So I like this. I wouldn't touch this one. I like this. I like this. I like this. Guys, just locking your picks at the right place, which is PrizePicks. Lock it in and make sure you use my promo code MIGHTY to take advantage of that new user sign up. Play $, get $50 instantly in your lineup. Shout out to PrizePicks for sponsoring this video. Now let's get back to their content. Now we're gonna watch every bit of their clips. We're gonna watch a little bit of each of their clips and see how they looking. You know, Anderson Silva is 50 years old, so he's probably the oldest man on their card.
You know, when he got the call from.
Okay, we're gonna dial down the music. Now, while we're watching him warm up, I'm gonna, you know, set the stage. We got Tyron Woodley. He's coming back into boxing. This was supposed to be Anderson Silva versus Chris Weidman, but Chris Weidman got injured. Tyron Woodley, the chosen one, has been doing his own thing in the wings, doing a lot of business deals. And, you know, one of the things I will say that seems pretty damn cool is these guys get an opportunity to fight on Netflix. And, you know, I want to be able to talk to Tyron Woodley or Anderson Silva, Jake Paul. It just, you know, these guys are on one of the biggest stage when it comes to a platform, right? Like, what is the negotiations like? What is the money like? You know, why are more MMA guys trying to box instead of back to mixed martial arts? Granted, Tyron Woodley's older, so he doesn't want to do any mixed martial arts. It's a lot more training when you get to that. But right now, Tyron Woodley's doing a good job keeping that, staying real close. I like that because obviously Anderson Silva is longer. He wants to have that space in order to, you know, land those shots. And I think for Woodley, being super close on Anderson Silva is a smart thing. Get in on him, close, beat up the body. He is an older gentleman. And even when Anderson Silva fight in mixed martial arts, if you're able to over pressure Anderson Silva, you're able to, you know, wear him down, wrestle him, grapple. But when you do that in MMA, Anderson Silva can do the clinch work, right? But in boxing, he can't do that. He can't clinch or elbows. Okay. Let's see you, Woodley. Okay. I like that. Nice. Okay. Looking good. Like that. And you guys probably wondering now, what are they doing? This is a pop, 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 pop. Just moving, keeping your rhythm going. When you box, it's all a rhythm game. Tyron really does not switch from orthodox to southpaw. He's mostly an orthodox fighter. Not saying he cannot switch to southpaw, but he is an orthodox fighter. With Anderson Silva being a southpaw, I think Anderson Silva go back and forth, but he's predominantly a southpaw. And this is the one thing I didn't really like about when I did boxing training. Let me see if they're gonna do it again. Okay, right here. This is one thing I didn't like about boxing training. Okay, hope they do it again. Okay, pop. Good combinations right there. Pop. Right here, I don't like. It's one thing I never liked about when I did boxing training is that each time I hit pads, I'm always punching the pad holder in the face, and it's their job to catch the pad. So right here, he's holding the pad right here. It's like a target, and he's jabbing there where I'm so used to. I rather jab to the face, but he's jabbing out there, so he's not actually hitting the face. And then they will go 1-2 1, 2 in this pad, which I've never been a big fan of that, because I just like throwing it at the chin. When I did some boxing training, they were telling me do that, and I'm like, I'm gonna throw it at your fucking chin, catch the fucking pads, catch my punches. And I'll show you right now. He's gonna do it. He's gonna do 1, 2 right there. So 1. Yeah, he did 1 and then 2 right to that same pad, which I've never been a big fan of that when it came to boxing training. And that's for me spending so many years doing MMA, punching, bop, 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 bop. Like when I punch here, I'm not gonna go boom, boom. I'm gonna go boom, boom. So, but Tyron looks good. The comments look fresh. I'm excited to see him get back in the ring and do his thing back in boxing on Netflix. And the biggest thing that gets me excited about this is that what is the negotiations like? I know you guys keep hearing me talk about that, but it's fucking Netflix, guys. It's Netflix. And shout out to Jake Paul for making this happen with MVP Promotions. Like, I want to be able to talk to them and have a sit down, just like, hey man, like what's that like? Like, how were you able to be able to get something like this going on one of the biggest streaming platforms? Nice. Okay. Nice. That's beautiful. Okay. And for Tyron Woodley, in order for him to beat Anderson Silva, he just can't be stiff. He's just got to go out there and fight. Don't be stiff in front of Anderson Silva. If you're going to be in front of Anderson Silva, make sure you're smashing him. You're going on angles. You're hitting the body. And you make Anderson Silva work. If he can do that, I don't see why he cannot beat Anderson Silva. Granted, Anderson Silva is one of the legends in the game of, you know, boxing, MMA. And, yeah, I have Woodley winning this fight. I'm going to fix my chroma key real quick, boys. All right, so we don't need to see what he says. We're going to move on to... Actually, I want to hear this.
It's comeback season. It's a beautiful moment. I'm excited to be back. Somebody like Anderson Silva just got my blood flowing, so I'm excited about it. Trained, I'm ready. I'm going for the knockout.
And now I was told by a little birdie that I heard a lot of fighters said no to going against Anderson. Why did you decide that, yes, I can do it in this short amount of time and make it happen?
I was already training. I was already in the mindset. The Keisha hit me and said, what's this post about? The post about the comeback season. I said, I'm training for the unsigned fight. He said, I said, you're not calling me for nothing, so if you're calling me, what's the play? He said, I'll hit you tomorrow. So
So he took the fight on short notice, but he was already training for that fight. So let's go ahead and take a look at Anderson Silva, the Spider, 50 years old, making his getting back in the ring. Here we go. And the thing with Anderson Silva, it's crazy that he still fights at 50 years old. I'm sure the man just got probably a $5 to $10 million, payout for the UFC settlement, but he still loves to fight, which is absolutely crazy. Now let's look at the difference between him hitting pads and Tyron Woodley. Okay, so obviously he's further out. He keeps on turning. He's going back and forth, making it harder for him to be a target, right? He's not really pressing forward. He's using that long jab where Tyron Woodley was more inside. And look at it back and forth. Let me get a good picture of the view of the void. Right? And he looks good too. I like the Spider-Man, but right. Let me get a more of an angle. Boom. Tell you what, baby, black don't crack. Black don't crack. Okay, right there. So see the difference between the two athletes in the pads. So you have the void here, and Anderson Silva is doing a good job of throwing the jab, being long, going back and forth, and turning this angle away, always forcing the pad man to turn. So when he fights Tyron Woodley, if Tyron Woodley is trying to crush him and walk forward, he's constantly turning him, which is a good thing. He always turn him and go uppercut. This is a good thing. So when they fight, look to see Anderson Silva be long and be pop, being nice and loose. That way Tyron Woodley's gonna have a hard time getting across that void to hit him. But for 50 years old and still boxing, even though he doesn't need the box, absolutely crazy. 1-2 angle, 2-3-2. So he went in front of the pad holder, in front of Tyron Woodley's power, which is just draw out that right hand from Tyron Woodley. Let me see if he does it again. Jab. I don't know, boys. This boxing looks sure does look fun. I'm not gonna lie to you, it looks fun. Okay, look at that footwork. Look at that footwork. Jab. Okay, look, he's always moving his feet. Always moving his feet. 1-2. 1-2, 1-2. Nice. There you go. See how he's always turning? Always turning. Always turning. So we'll see one move their feet more. We'll see one not. One's going to be stalking. One's going to be dancing. Being nice and flowy. I'll have him on the Mighty Cast too, but we try to reach out, but no response there, boys. Okay, now if you guys are wondering what this is for one single targeted hit, just doing shots, bop, cross. Okay, good movement, good movement. Okay, moving. Looks good. The biggest thing I've seen from him is he's constantly moving when he's throwing the shots. Constantly moving. So I'm super excited about it. It's on Netflix. You already know we're going to have a PrizePicks. I already locked in a PrizePicks for Jake Paul to win. I also locked in PrizePicks for more on the significant strikes. I think it was like 29-30 significant strikes out of like an 8-round boxing match. I think those guys shall land that easily. So if you guys are new to the channel and you enjoy this breakdown, please leave a like, subscribe. Also, hit the bell when we go live.